It's your girl, and welcome to the only classroom that matters. You think she's calling you handsome to her friends when you're not around? Hey, Nako. I've been in the rooms you get kicked out of, and the word they use is banco. Bank. And let me be perfectly clear. You're not the manager. You're the ATM on the street corner, available 24/7. So pay attention, because class is now in session. I'm about to give you the 5 battlefield rules to take your card back and kill their little story before it even starts. Dating here in the Philippines isn't a romance novel, it's a high stakes poker game. The problem is, you're sitting at a table where everyone else can see your cards, and you think your stack of chips, your money, your passport, your age is your advantage. You couldn't be more wrong. That stack isn't your weapon, it's the price of admission to a game rigged against you from the very first deal. Every hand you play and lose, you don't just lose money, you lose respect. You lose yourself. So let's talk about you. You're what? 40, 50, maybe 60? Fresh off a brutal divorce in a country that has no time for a good man. You've got a nest egg, but it's not infinite, and your time is even more precious. You came here looking for warmth, for a feminine touch, for the respect you thought was your birthright. Instead, you've walked onto the most sophisticated hunting ground on the planet, and buddy, you're wearing a bright orange vest. They can see you coming from a mile away. Every smile, every sweet text, every heartbreaking story about a sick relative back in the province is a move in the game. It's a probe, a test, a bet being placed on the table. And here is the secret that they will never tell you. You're not playing with poker chips. You are betting with your dignity, your sanity, and the last good years of your life. You think you're playing for a lifetime of love, but for many, the jackpot is just a new iPhone and 6 months of rent. You have been warned. So, what are you going to do? Keep going all in on a weak hand, fueled by a desperate hope that this time it's real? Or are you going to let me slide the playbook under the table? This isn't feel good advice, this is a war manual. These are the 5 non negotiable rules that separate the men from the marks, the kings from the walking ATMs. This isn't about trying to change her, it's about you building a frame so powerful that the game changes for you. This is your intervention. This is your one chance to get out of their game and force them to play yours. No more second guessing, no more hoping she's different, no more that sinking feeling in your gut when you realize you're just the latest sponsor in a long line of them. The stakes are everything you are and everything you have left, and these rules are the only line of defense you have. So let me ask you one simple question before we begin, and you better answer it honestly. Do you want love, sex, or survival? Alright, let's get into the map of this war zone. Rule number 1, and you will write this on your hand if you have to. The ATM is permanently offline. Your first instinct, your good hearted Western impulse, is to solve her problems. Her cousin needs tuition, her phone screen is cracked, her Lola needs medicine. Every single one is a test balloon, a little jab to see if the flank is open. You think it's $100? Sus Mariosep. It's a key to your entire vault, and she just found out the door is unlocked. I knew a guy, a sweet Australian man, who paid for a whole family's typhoon damage in a town that never even got rain. For a month, he was a hero. The day the money transfer stopped, so did the I love you texts. You are not her partner, you are her project manager, and your contract is only as good as the last invoice you paid. The moment you become a financial liability instead of a financial asset, you're fired. And trust me, her HR department is already interviewing your replacement. This brings us to rule number 2. You are the captain, not the taxi. A taxi gets called when it's convenient, is given a destination, and is dismissed with a small fee. Stop asking, "What do you want to do?" like a lost puppy. A captain charts the course. You say, "We are going here at this time. Be ready." It's not about being a dictator, it's about having a destination for your own life that she can choose to be a part of. A woman can't respect a man she has to lead. Now, rule number 3, and this one will make you squirm: the runway check mandate. Her past is not a sob story, it is an intelligence dossier. You must, unapologetically, ask about her last 3 relationships. Who were they? Why did they end? If you see a pattern of 6-month contracts with a German, then an American, then a Brit, you are not her first rodeo. You are just the next bull in the chute. You are not a savior. You are a sequel. And you already know how the first movie ended. Look, these first 3 rules are just basic triage. This is how you stop the bleeding. This is you putting on your own armor before you even think about stepping onto the field. But don't you dare get comfortable. Failing these first 3 just makes you a broke, lonely fool. It's embarrassing, but you can recover. The next mistake, however, that's the one that gets your name whispered in every salon from Cebu to Manila. It's the one that destroys not just your wallet, but your entire reputation. So now we arrive at rule number 4, and this is where you stop being the bank and start being the man. I call it the emotional ping pong discipline. Because your desperate need for validation is the biggest hole in your armor, and she will stab you there just to watch you squirm. You think you're the captain, but a captain doesn't beg the ocean for calm seas. He respects its power and navigates. Your desperate need to be the one makes you a leaky boat in a typhoon, and believe me, she is the storm. Here is the entire strategy, and it is brutally simple. You only return the serve. You mirror her investment exactly, and not one drop more. She sends you a 3-word text, you wait an hour and send 2 words back. She pulls away for a day, you get so busy with your own life, you forget she was gone for 2. This isn't a game you play to be cruel. It is a fundamental recalibration of power. You are teaching her, and more importantly yourself, that your emotional state is not a commodity she can buy with intermittent affection. And then comes the counterattack, the ghost of another man. She'll casually mention an old suitor who messaged her, or a rich foreigner who tried to talk to her at the mall. Hey, Grabe, this is not a confession, you fool. It is a calculated move to test the strength of your frame. Do you get jealous? Do you get angry and controlling? Do you offer to buy her something shiny to prove your worth? The second you react, you are no longer the captain. You're just another taxi driver fighting over the same damn fare. The cost of failing this test is no longer about your bank account. It is about your sanity. It is the knot in your stomach when she doesn't answer your call. It is the sleepless nights you spend wondering who she's texting. This is the hidden fee, the surcharge for being an emotional taxi. Your own mind becomes the fare. You are renting out your peace for a few moments of her conditional attention. You think you're in control because you're paying the bills, but she is setting the route for your thoughts, and every road leads back to your own insecurity. This brings us to the hardest truth you will ever have to swallow, and it's the foundation of everything else. This entire war is not about her. It is about you murdering your own neediness. She is just the mirror reflecting the pathetic, desperate man you become when you live for someone else's approval. Stop trying to be her captain. Start being the captain of your own damn ship with a mission so powerful that she begs for a spot on board. You have to be willing to sail away alone. Because the game changes when you stop negotiating with hope. And this is the moment you've been waiting for, the pivot. You've listened to the diagnosis, you've felt the sting of recognition. Now we stop admiring the problem and we start building the machine that solves it. This is no longer about her psychology, it's about your procedure. Think of your life as an international airport and your attention as the main runway. Not every plane that radios in gets permission to land. From now on, you are the air traffic controller, and every single interaction follows a strict, non negotiable checklist. First, the filter. This is your radar, your long range defense. Before she ever gets close, you run her flight history. This is the runway check mandate in full effect. Who were her last three pilots? Were they short haul flights, each ending after a few months when the fuel, money, ran out? You are looking for a pattern, a signature. Is she a reliable 747 making a scheduled journey, or a cheap cargo plane known for dropping its payload and crashing? If the flight log shows 3 crash sites, you do not let her enter your airspace. Period. Next, the test. The plane is in your airspace. Now you test its responsiveness. This is where the ATM is offline and emotional ping pong protocols become your tools. You issue a command. We are going here. Does the plane obey, or does it request a diversion to a luxury mall? You receive a request for emergency fuel. You deny it. You send a signal. You wait for one in return. You are testing the controls, seeing if she responds to your lead. Every single interaction is a data point on her airworthiness. After the test comes the decision, and this is where men fail. They see the red flags, the failed engine tests, the sputtering communication, and they grant landing permission anyway, fueled by hope. Tanga. Your job as the controller is not to be hopeful, it is to be ruthless. Based on the data from your tests, the decision is binary. She either meets the criteria or she is waved off. You order her out of your airspace, cleanly and permanently. You do not negotiate with a failing aircraft. You clear the runway. So get a piece of paper, write it down. Filter, test, decide, exit. This is the system. This is the machine. You have the full checklist now, the complete pre-flight inspection protocol that separates a smooth landing from a catastrophic wreck. Memorize it. Burn it into your brain, because this is the end of the classroom lecture. In the next chapter, we are stepping out of the control tower and onto the field. We are putting this method into live execution. Don't be late. Now the real storm hits. You've got the checklist. You've manned the tower, but a Category 5 typhoon is spinning up just offshore. This is the live fire exercise. It's Friday night. You're lonely. She calls you, crying. This isn't a test. It's the championship match, and every single one of your weaknesses is on the other side of the net. The ping pong ball is in the air, and she's put so much spin on it you can hear it screaming. Don't you dare take your eye off it. First, the money serve. My dad, he needs medicine from the province. It's only 5,000 pesos. The ATM test, but now it's not a cracked phone screen, it's life and death. Or is it? Your framework doesn't have an emergency clause. You followed the rule. You say, with a voice of steel, that sounds terrible. I hope he gets better soon. You don't offer. You don't explain. You just let the ball bounce on her side of the table and you hold your position. The silence feels like an eternity. Then the sex serve, right after. She's still crying, but the tears change. You don't love me. I thought you were different. She's coming over. She's wearing that dress you like. She will offer you her body as collateral for a loan on your soul. This is the moment you lunge across the ping pong table and lose everything. Your system is screaming, hold, let her come. You are the captain. You will not trade your frame for a fleeting moment of physical validation. Her move, not yours. The final serve, the ghost. My other suitor, the one from Germany, he would never let me suffer like this. And there it is, the comparison. The final desperate shot to break your frame. The old you would have exploded, or worse, groveled. But the new you, the one with the checklist, you just smile. You are not on the runway. You are not a taxi. You are the airport, and her German ghost is a flight that got diverted 2 years ago. You say nothing, you just watch. This is the entire war in 5 minutes. Money, sex, and status all fired at you at once. Following the rules doesn't feel good. It feels cold. It feels brutal. But look what happens. You didn't send the money. You didn't trade your soul for sex. You didn't flinch at the ghost. And now she has nothing left to fire. You have survived the kill box. And that brings us to the final unbreakable law that governs this entire world. The game is always rigged in favor of the one who needs it less. So let's bring it all home. We've been through the fire and the lesson is burned into your skin. The ATM is offline. You are the captain. You run the runway check. You master the emotional ping pong. And you finally understand that this was never about her. It was about you becoming the man who doesn't need her validation to feel powerful. These are not rules for dating. This is the operating system for your own sovereignty. You don't play their game, you become the game. And the price of entry is everything they can't take from you. Stop trying to catch the bee. You are the flower. Your mission, your fitness, your finances, your frame, that is your nectar. A bee doesn't explain its hunger to a flower, and a flower doesn't beg for a bee to land. It simply becomes so full of life, so unapologetically vibrant, that the bees have no choice but to come. Your job is not to chase but to build. You build your garden so fiercely that your only problem is choosing which bee gets to land. This is the final truth. Access is a consequence of value. The classroom is now closed, but the war is just beginning. What you learned here today separates you from the herd, from the cautionary tales whispered about in salons. But this knowledge costs something. It costs your innocence. It costs your hopeful delusions. The tuition for this education is your dignity, and I've given you the scholarship to keep it. Now, it's your turn to prove you've earned it. The comments section is the new battlefield. Go there now and report your first victory, your first test. We are watching. So here is your homework. I want you to go into the comments and write, "The ATM is offline." Let them know you're one of us now. For those of you ready to join the officer class, there's a super thanks button and a link below to support the war effort. This is your channel, your armory. Now go out there, be the flower, and for God's sake, stop paying for the honey when you own the whole damn hive. Get it done.